I think the other problem with diversity is actually, what do we mean by diversity? So you have organisations who have policies on diversity, but their actions are actually typically around women. That, you know, if the initial action they're going to take is around women, it's typically around white women, it's typically around white straight women, and yet that's presented as a diversity initiative. How diverse is that? And we know from the work and research I've done, and it's in the latest book that's coming out, that where you have a focus on gender, and it's only on gender, actually minorities don't make any progress at all. So the target is not creating diversity, it's actually advancing, you know, properly in many instances, one particular group of people, but it shouldn't be sold as a diversity initiative. And so one way in which people measure progress is by the numbers. So do the numbers of people change at senior levels? And that is the principal measure, in effect, that people use, right? And I've maintained this for many years, actually. If taking one measure is never going to give you a complete picture. It's like going to the doctor and the doctor taking your temperature and going, yeah, you're fine. And you say, well, actually, I'm having difficulty walking. And you say, well, oh, sorry, I didn't realise you'd broken your leg. You know, you can look at one thing and give yourself a sense of satisfaction and just focus on that. But there are other ways of measuring it. So you need to look at the policies the organisation has. You can look at the progress it's made in some areas, actually. So it's, you know, but also the perceptions that people have of the organisation. So whilst people talk about diversity in terms of the numbers of people that they employ and the diversity of that population, inclusion's a feeling. So you have to determine how people sense the organisation, what's their perception of it. So all of these things and others give you an idea about where the organisation is and where its strengths are and where its areas for development are. And our audit approach actually covers, you know, we have our 10 Ps, which cover the areas that the organisation should be measuring when it comes to diversity and inclusion. And you actually get a picture of where the organisation is on all of these dimensions.